Welcome back to Please Watch Our Spooky Podcast. Hey, we're at
Uh,
episode 4. Look at us go. We're like kind of big shots. We just do
yeah,
like
we are.
20 more, and then maybe we can get a sponsor and make money.
Oh yeah, no, we can do that for sure. Who's gonna sponsor us?
I don't know.
I'm thinking McDonald's would be a good start.
McDonald's would be, but like we gotta be like BTS levels of
We
famous.
are like BTS. They named a meal after me and everything.
Oh, me too, actually.
Oh yeah, that's because
Yeah.
we're that cool.
Okay. um. How are we doing, everyone? Today we're talking about the movie. Seeing that we're still in our spooky season, we're talking about the movie Total Killer. Oh shit! I don't know how to say the director's name. Guys, just Google it.
Just Google it. There is a director. We swear, we're not
Can I
lying.
just wait, Matthew? I'm just gonna be real subtle and just. You got this. You got
Yeah,
this. You can
don't worry,
do this.
guys. I got this. The director's name is Nachaka. Nanachaka.
Let's see what else she's.
Na 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 na.
Whoa! You're gonna get in trouble.
Oh, yeah.
Is that someone you know? Oh, she's a female director. What else has she directed?
Hello.
She
Sorry.
worked on American Dad.
Ooh, that's a
Ooh.
good show.
I guess this is like she worked on a lot of TV. I don't know. I don't know. This might be her directorial debut, but we'll find out.
Wow.
We'll find out later.
Mhm.
But
Okay.
yeah, this movie that was such a bad. Okay, shut up, Connor. Okay, this movie stars. Oh goodness, Karen Sipple. And she's a young actress. She's like probably my age. I don't know. Um, she's known for being in the TV show Mad Men, and she was also the lead in the show Katrina the Teenage Witch, which was done by the
Ooh,
CW,
I like that
which I
show.
heard was a good show. She's like 1 year older than me.
Hmm.
She was born in she's November 10th. Happy early birthday. Okay, I'll let you talk, Matthew. What are your thoughts? I'm ready.
Are you ready for all this?
I'm ready for this. Go, talk.
Okay. Connor,
Oh,
he may be thinking this is an okay movie. I, for one, disagree. Think
oh,
this was terrible. One of the
oh.
worst horror. You can't even call it horror, can you? Because
No, I mean,
half of it's trying to be a comedy, and half of it's trying to be a horror movie that's really dramatic and serious.
well,
They mishmashed it, and it's no. Don't stop me, okay? They they like mishmashed it, and it doesn't work at all. Like it's terrible. Oh, I'll
yes.
get more into it later, but oh my gosh, I hate it.
Oh shit, yeah.
So, what do you think about the movie, Connor?
Guess what, motherfucker? It's a economy. It's economy. It's horror economy. Horror economy. It's supposed to be funny. You're supposed to have a good time. You're supposed to get a night. You're supposed to be with
Am
friends
I
watching
supposed to
this movie.
LOL? Am I supposed to LOL?
Yes, I LOL'd like once or twice.
I never LOL'd. Every time I saw a cringy joke, instead of LOLing, I would take a shot of vodka and hope I would die with the next one. That's how much I hate this movie.
I mean, oh, it has 3 writers. That's not good. That makes sense, actually. Oh,
3 directors. That's a lot of
no,
director.
three writers, three different
Oh,
people wrote on this movie, which makes sense now. Like, oh my god, guys, I listen. Fun time, okay? Basic rundown of the plot. There's a girl. Her name is her name's Jamie. Um, she's basically just her parents are like, "Yo, people got killed here in the '80s," and she's like, "Oh, damn,
oh,
that
but
sucks."
people didn't just die. They all died 16 stabs. Ooh, like really? The movie tried pushing that, like, whoa, 16, like, they pushed it so hard.
Yes, but okay, basically there's a killer who looks really neat. And basically every time he kills his victim, 16 stabs, so they called him the Sweet 16 Killer. This happened in the 80s though, so we don't need to worry about that. Until her Jamie's mom, played by the mom from Modern Family. What's her name? I'm not gonna be able to say it. Jodie Bowen. That was my best attempt. She basically get killed by the killer, and then Jodie basically just cries about it, and then basically she goes back in time to the 80s, and now she has to stop this from happening.
Yes.
That was me giving you an intro. If you guys,
It's a pretty okay. I liked it.
the idea was very neat, interesting to me. That's why I wanted to watch it because
Frankly, no. Actually.
really,
Okay, the idea is not that creative. In fact, I noticed like it took inspirations from a lot of other more popular movies.
oh,
I said
give
it. I
name,
said it.
give name.
Oh yeah, here's one first name. They totally copied Scream, 100%.
Oh, how so,
Oh yeah.
Matthew?
They copied
I
the same omnimity idea where like everyone's obsessed with Scream at the very beginning. You're telling me people walk around with those dumb serial killer masks? That's straight out of Scream. Don't even, dude.
mm,
That's so dumb.
well, I mean, like they did it. I'm trying to think. If your town was famous for something, would you like not wear it on your shoulder? I don't know. What's
So
our town
people
famous for?
died, dude. 16-year-olds died from a murderer. Wow, let's make it.
But
Really?
it's the U.S. It's the United States of
It's
America.
just unrealistic. It doesn't feel like I can be like it doesn't have to be realistic. I can open my imagination and go, oh, okay, I can see that. Like it's fine for a ghost movie or whatever. But
Mm,
this seems too far out of the boundaries. Like they're trying to make this seem like real life, but like
right.
it's not. This is not what people do.
I mean, I think I don't know if they're going for this, but like my mind went to like the town that has like Mothman. They
Yeah.
like advertise that, but like that's kind of different because it's a creature and not a person who just kills people.
Yeah. Close, I
Yeah,
understand, but still
I think that's what maybe they were going for.
I
But
guess.
yeah, we meet Jamie, and she's like, "Mom, I'm going to a party. I'm going to see a concert."
Okay, I have another line for this entire scene.
Oh,
Basically,
yes.
the mom is very upset about that for mysterious reason that no one can figure out. Her whole family wants her to stay and be safe because it's Halloween.
Mm.
Ooh.
Well,
But
I mean,
wow, the acting there is actually terrible.
she's
Like
not a great act. She's like, there are certain parts I
she's
was like, good.
really nah.
Certain parts I was surprised. He's also kind of cute.
Fine. Certain
Anyways,
parts she was okay, but certain parts it was like she was doing the most overacting garbage I've ever seen ever.
this was probably just like a cash grab for her. Quick money.
I
No,
hope
no
so.
hate.
I hope she's not proud of this work because it's not good at
Um,
all.
Also, one thing I do want to say is that we meet a podcast guy. I'm like, oh my goodness, Matthew, that's us. We're that guy. Uh,
Sick.
and then next thing we hear, basically, my mom's talking. They're having like, they're basically doing show don't tell. Like they're just talking to each other about like the mom basically just being like, yo, like a daughter's like, I'm fine, mom. I have pepper spray. You taught me self defense, which I like like self defense is something that was like, how much does self defense go? She knows how to take people out. Like both her and her mom know that fight, which is good to know.
Yeah,
Like
except she like barely uses that throughout the fucking movie though.
yes, but you have like if the guy were to come up to her, you know she can defend herself. You know what I mean? Like she doesn't have to run away.
I wish they made the character actually look tough though. She looks like a scrawny bitch who's like gone vegan for a week. She does not look like she could take someone.
Oh my gosh, Ronnie.
It's true. She doesn't look strong. She stands no chance against a fully grown man serial killer
Mm,
at all.
true. But, she goes to a concert, she has a nice little shirt on, like, a nice little vest. Her mom's like, "It's a vintage." And then and then the mom gets attacked by the Sweet 16 killer. She received a note in her locker, like, someone found a note in her locker, it's like, "You're next." And then what do you
And
know, Sweet
for the
16.
record, that was also a
Mhm.
terrible scene. Like, so much wrong with it. Like, literally,
No,
I had to write down so many parts to the list.
Claire Dunphy? Damn, I don't know how to say it. She did a great job in that fight. She killed.
No, she did not. What do
Oh,
you mean?
I'm ready to hear your back.
No,
Are
no.
you?
First, tell me everything you did like about the scene, the
I
entirety.
liked how right away she locked the door. Also, it's kind of dumb how she had a glass window. Kind of dumb how she has a glass window. She's scared of people attacking her.
There's a
Anyways,
lot of dumb, but go on.
she's like, "I've been training for 16 years. I know what I'm doing." And then basically she goes out and she fights him pretty well. Okay, you gotta admit, she does do some damage. She calls 911 right away. Good job.
No,
Um,
no, no. Dude.
yeah.
Move past this because I'm gonna rip that part to shreds. It's
The light,
so dumb.
um, the leg stab looked really painful.
It looked, yeah. Just go on.
Also pretty good fight scene. Um,
No.
go give me your little info. Your little,
Okay. My
yeah, I'm
list
ready.
is quite big. First of all, when that whole scene started, guys at the door. She locks the door. That's fine. I'm cool with that. You said you liked that she called the cops, right?
Yes, yes.
She has a gun closer to her. A gun. Why doesn't she go for the gun and then go call the cops? Defend
Because
yourself, then
maybe
call
she
the
didn't.
cops.
Maybe she didn't want to be. Maybe she didn't want to use the gun. Maybe she's anti-gun,
No,
Matthew.
but
Unlike you.
but you're wrong because she says she's been training for this for 16 years. You're wrong, dude.
Maybe she wanted to call the
She knows
police.
how to use a gun if she's planned this all out, and she goes for the police before a handgun. Are you serious?
Maybe, I don't know, man. She didn't want to use a gun. Maybe she was nervous about it.
She didn't want to use a gun, but she was ready to call in the police force to shoot this guy.
Yeah, she's pro cops.
Okay,
So,
moving on though. She gets
oh yeah.
into a knife fight with him, right?
Mhm. 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 Mhm.
It looks cheap and dumb. I'm sorry. It looks
Hey,
bad. The leg stab also looked pretty goofy, but at one point before the leg stab, no, that's a different scene that looks exactly the same. My bad. Doesn't she get on top of him at one point?
she gets close to being on top of her. Yeah.
Hmm.
Mm.
Let me see. Oh, yes, that's right. Yep, I'm looking back at the list.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So at one point she gets pepper spray and
Yeah.
sprays him directly in the face, and he like shrugs it off in seconds. Are you serious? Is that
Uh,
like the worst bug spray ever?
I guess he has protection. I don't know. I don't know how
That was
pepper spray
dumb.
works.
Literally, you get pepper sprayed in the eyes and you're useless for like hours. You can't do anything. You can't see, can't breathe properly, in just constant pain, and he wears it off
Mhm.
instantly. Okay,
It,
second thing,
yeah.
she does at one point get the knife from him and go for an
Yeah.
attack. She stabs him in the shoulder. Hey,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
great. Why did she just keep stabbing him? Why didn't she just kill him? They always do that. Like, oh, I could kill him, but I'm just gonna try and get away. Then she gets leg stabbed and dies. Like, seriously?
Maybe she didn't want to.
She's
Sorry.
been doing this for 16 years. She's down to kill someone. For sure.
She's down to defend herself.
Yeah, from this person who she's been scared of for oh so long.
16 years. But
But
anyways,
yeah, you
he,
move to the
he
next scene
died.
because that
Guys,
ruined me.
we get ugly crying from Jamie.
Oh yeah. Ugh. And then her
Like,
face just looks dumb for the rest of the movie. She looks like she's been crying for a week.
she's at school. She has a friend. I forget her friend's name. Not really that important.
Not a good
Sorry.
actor either.
She sees the police and like the principal, and she says to the sheriff, like the chief sheriff, you should have caught this fucking killer. Stop having beef with my dad.
Okay, but I want to add another thing because I'm sorry, I have so many notes. But
No, you're
when she's
good.
in the classroom crying, right? So like
Yeah.
it's kind of a serious mood they're trying to play, you know, like her
Yes.
parent just died, and then they do some dumb joke where it's like, "Oh, if you see a killer, just run and dodge." Like this is what I mean by the movie can't decide if it's a comedy or a horror, because at some points, you know, like they are trying to be serious, but at others it makes like no sense. They just switch. It's not even like it gets phased into the movie properly. They'll just drop it in. Because directly after that scene, which is supposed to be a ha ha ha, directly after that, she talks to the cops, like you said, and it's supposed to be serious. She's like all crying, like, oh, can you keep saying, like, was? You know? And she's like, you're supposed to feel bad for her, but like this movie just keeps going in between ha ha and oh, super emotional and edgy. I can't deal with it.
Right. I mean, that makes sense. We'll go to the part, basically, she leaves, and then they go to a fair, and it's a creepy fair. But me growing up in the country, I looked at some of the rides, and like, you can rent those out for a fall fair. So it's like,
That's exactly what it is.
it's literally just a fair. Like they're making it sound like a big like I don't know what you call it. What do you call it? It's like it's a permanent fair. What do you call it?
A circus?
No, like
Festival.
Disneyland. What is Disneyland?
Oh, like a theme park.
Theme park. And they're making it seem like a theme park, but it's literally just there. Like
Yeah.
it's like a fair, but it's like it's a theme park. But anyways, she's there and she's like talking to her friend, and she's like, "Oh my goodness, what are you making? A time machine?" And I have in my notes like, "Oh my goodness, I love blinking lights. So time
Yeah.
machine."
That was the part where I had to have another shot because that was just so dumb.
I
That's
I'm
seriously where the
agreeing.
movie was going.
I'm agreeing with you about the time machine. They added a lot of LED lights, and they're like time travel.
Ooh, yeah, it's like a shitty like LED effect. It's like, yep, this girl just built this.
I think,
And to add
yeah,
to that's another
yes.
movie they stole from.
What?
Happy Death Day, right there.
Yeah. Oh, do you
And
want to
that
talk?
movie sucked too, so it's kind of funny that they like ripped off a shitty movie.
I haven't seen Happy Death Day,
And
but
we're not
it's
going to.
hmm, hmm.
It's really dumb. But
Okay.
yeah, just pointing out that they totally ripped that off too.
Is
Go
that it's
on.
not the same actress, right? In Happy Death Day? No, it's a
They
different actress,
might
right?
honestly like the budget feels the same. They might have like some of the same actors who just go for shitty horror movies. I wouldn't be surprised.
We're gonna see who the actress is. Different person. Okay, never mind. So it's a
It'd
little
be
bit
kind of weird if it
racist.
was the same person.
It would be weird. But anyways, friends like, yeah, it's a time machine. I can't get it to work. I have my mom's notes.
Da-na-na-na-na-na. Illuminati sound
Mom.
effect. Whoa.
And then basically it's getting close to nighttime or something. And it gets dark quickly. The killer, Sweet 16
Squish, squish,
killer,
squish, squish.
Sweet 16 killer comes out with a knife and stabs the time machine. And then she goes back in time to the 80s,
Whoa.
1987.
Whoa.
Yeah, yeah. And then basically she goes, like, nothing really interesting happens. She goes into her school and she's like, yeah, I'm from Canada. I'm
That
like,
part
oh
was
my
really
gosh.
cringy.
I'm like, rub it, like, look at that. Canada. Oh, I hit my mic. Oh, I hit again. Anyways, she's in Canada. She says she's from PEI, Prince Edward Island. Um,
It-
Island. And the school's like, oh my goodness. Okay, that's fine. It's like, you don't need me to give you any more papers or anything. So they're like, no. I don't know. I'm not from the 80s. But then she made a joke saying, I wonder how easy it would be to get on a plane. They made a 9/11 joke. I chuckled a little bit.
So funny.
I'm sorry. I just chuckled, okay? My humor is broken. But yeah, then she goes to gym practice. She sees her mom.
Oh damn! And okay, for the record, her hair looked like a filter. I had to pause the movie a couple seconds to be like, "Is it actually real?" The way it moves looked really strange, but I think it was real. She just looks stupid.
Uh, young Pam is played by Olivia Holt. I can say that name. Look at me go.
Hey,
And she's like, "You're a." They're like, she's the mean girl in their high school. Whoa.
they don't even explain it like you're supposed to understand and like get the vibe. They
Mm-mm.
straight up you. They're like, "Oh, everyone knows who she is. She's the evil witch." Like dumb
Which
once again, dumb, stupid, but wow.
also,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
like. What was your mom like in high school?
I don't know. She was chill. She wasn't a sociopath who was like, "Yeah, I like people."
My mom, my mom told us like out of nowhere. She's like, "Yeah, I graduated a year early to get out of high school because people were mean to me." I'm like, it's like she kind of just dropped
Sick,
that.
dude. Sick.
She kind of just dropped that on us, and we're like, I felt so like that's awful. It's fuck all of my mom's bullies in high school. I hate all of you. I hope you're doing awful.
But if you are listening to this, please subscribe.
Please subscribe. Please follow us on Spotify. You're amazing, but you're also awful. And I hate you. But yeah, then basically she finds like the mums, her friend from the future mums, whatever her name was. I don't know. Gonna Teen Lauren. There we go. That's the mom's name. Lauren's like, "Oh my goodness, my time machine worked," and she's like, "Yeah." And then we get the whole idea of how time travel works in this movie, which I thought was interesting.
No.
Basically,
But
you don't think? Oh, well, no. Time's like she said in a way that time is like a river, and you hop. Basically you go back in time, you hop out, and if you do something, like let's say I go to your mom's high school, Matthew.
yeah.
I push your mom. She's my mom. Your mom's gonna remember that, and your mom's gonna when your mom sees me, she's gonna be like, "Oh my goodness, you look like someone who pushed me in high school," and I'll be like, "Hmm."
That's so dumb.
It's
Yeah, because you
interesting.
remember everyone who's ever accidentally pushed you in high school? Come on.
Okay, if I were to stab your
Come
mom,
on,
I
dude.
stabbed your mom. I stabbed your mom with a knife, and then she's like, "Oh my goodness, you look just like the guy who stabbed me when I was in high school."
You look like the person who killed me in high school.
Stabbed, not killed. I stabbed, and then I got out of there.
So dumb. I don't know. I didn't like that part of the movie
No,
personally with
okay,
the
I
time
thought it was
travel.
no, it was an interesting way to like because when you go back to the future, you see go back to the future, you see like things are changing, and they say it in a way it's like, oh, it's like deja vu, basically. It's
I,
interesting.
I
Okay,
guess.
so things are like changing, like how people are killed. Like you see the change in that now, and it's like people remember it one way, people remember it the other way. I thought it was an interesting way to put in time travel. Okay,
Yeah, sure.
you're gonna you're
Sure,
being a
what you
little
gonna do about it?
you're being a little bitch. Okay, you want to
What
say
happens
okay?
next, Connor? Oh, go on.
Fuck if I remember. You're upsetting me. I need to stop swearing. Anyways,
Yeah, dude.
Jamie,
Vibe check.
Jamie, Jamie introduces herself to other people, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm from PEI Canada," and then someone says Canada in the most weirdest way. Like
Canada.
they're like Canada, and I'm like, where the fuck? Like
Must be Nigerian.
Canada. Like where is he from? Where is he from? Where is he from? Come on. Birthplace. Give me more info. Oh, I'm gonna go to YouTube now.
Oh my god, dude, it's not that interesting, was it?
No, but I'm
I'm gonna
curious.
go.
No, it doesn't say. Anyway, oh, he's from Calgary, Alberta, so he has a. That's
Oh, obviously.
that makes so
Uh,
much sense now, Canada. But anyways, she's
uh,
like, she finds out. Basically, Jamie's like, I can stop the killers from happening, and and then she tries to stop the killers from happening. They go to a party. She gets thrown out of the room because she's a nerd. Then basically the principal in the future helps them, get them into the party by lifting them up and stuff. And then she gets thrown out again, and she gets thrown out this time. The guy burps on her, and I'm like, wow,
wow, this movie's so
honey.
edgy, edgy.
Do you not
All
think
my
I was?
edgy teens watching this, you think this is good?
Hey.
Like that is one thing I want to point out about this movie is they are heavily like influenced. They know who they're selling this to. They
Yeah, and
know who's watching this.
Matthew, guess why we're doing this podcast?
Get all the young teen attention for
Hi,
our
my
channel.
fellow kids. What's up?
Hey,
With and Nay.
hey,
Uh,
what's
uh.
up, fellow kids? We're
You guys
talking about
are
a cool film.
you guys are so lit for watching. Stay
Guys are
lit.
lit. Guys, stay
Also,
sickle mode.
never bow back down, never what? Exactly.
Yeah. You like the good horror movies. We love you guys.
We love you guys. Please follow us. Please, I want to make a little bit of money off this. Please.
Do a dab in the comments to show your
And I'll
support.
we're do every subscriber I get, I do a dab. Oh yeah, that was
Dude,
good,
that's a
right?
serious challenge. New challenge.
Yeah, guys, please,
Like it or else.
guys, you got this. Thank you so much. You're all lit. Thank you.
Okay, what happens next in the movie?
Somebody gets killed. Like stabbing,
Obviously.
big
The blood
stab.
effects are really cheap in this movie.
I'm very disappointed with the kills in this movie.
Oh yeah, they're really bad.
I
Especially like the CG of like a blood stain after a stab. Like it looks really I could do that in Photoshop when I was in 8th grade. Like that's
bro,
really lame.
the kill in the waterbed. It's so bad. Like generally, I was like, why is it so bad? Like people were telling me like the kills in this movie were good, and I was believing them. My fellow kids were telling me the kills in this movie were good.
Fellow kids, my gang, you kind
My
of let
lit
us down
teens
here.
in the comments are telling me this movie was good, and I believe them. And then I see the first kill, I'm like, oh. Also,
Yeah.
one thing I noticed at this point, and I wrote it down in my notes, the killer mask has an earring.
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
I'm like, what? What's up with that? Whose idea with that?
Wait, did they ever explain in the movie why that mask was the mask? I don't
I
remember.
don't think they did. It had
Because
three
it literally
writers.
seems like they just stole, like, they chose that because, oh, it looks scary and
The
edgy. Like,
movie, the movie has three writers, so like I'm sure at some point they explained it, and then one writer's like, "We don't need this
oh,
information.
we
Delete."
don't, it doesn't matter where he got this mask from. The
What
mask,
idea?
I feel like the mask of a serial killer in a movie can actually bring a lot of character.
No, it definitely can. Like we brought up Happy Death Day. Say what you want about the movie, the mask is good. Like I see that mask and I'm like, oh
Sure.
no, but like it makes sense because she gets reborn every time she dies. What do you think of when you're being born? A baby. Bitch.
Okay,
That's right. I'm in film
that
school. Don't
reasoning made me hate it even more.
no, it makes sense. It makes
Sure,
sense
I guess.
though. I'm in film
The
school. I know
masks I
this.
were thinking was more like the ghost face mask,
Yeah.
Jason mask, like those they give off a vibe to them.
As someone who you make masks, don't you?
I make masks. I got a bunch of them sitting in front of me because I'm like a psychopath or something.
No, oh yeah, we'll put pictures in the pod right now. Boom, 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 boom. Pow, wah, ooh, e. You better send me those pictures.
I'm not sending this picture.
Oh shit, never mind, guys. He's not gonna do it.
Not happening.
Um, But yeah, first kill, and then she's like, it's not supposed to happen here. It's supposed to happen in the garage. And then we get a jump to the future, and then you find out her friend's making another time machine, and then podcast guy shows up. It's like, I'll help you. And I'm like, oh, he's gonna go back in time.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, he's us, Matthew. We're the people, and we're podcast guy. We can't be killers.
I can't even pretend I like that character though.
Uh,
He's just as bad as everyone else. He's just terrible.
no, but that's us though. We're supposed to like, and he's one of us. Shout out to Sweet 16
Podcast
Killer
man.
Pod.
Oh, yeah.
Also the idea of his podcast is kind of dumb because he's a murder podcast, but he only focuses on one murder that happened. I'm like, you can like branch out.
I was gonna more point out that makes him very obviously the killer. I saw it from the very beginning. Like, obviously, he's just sponsoring his own killings to make fortune. That seems very obvious. That was gonna be like my first guess, and maybe I would change my mind who's the killer like later on. But like
at the point where I saw him, I'm like, okay.
And like he was immediately like filming the house after that person got murdered. Like,
yeah,
come on.
And as mentioned before, they go into more detail about like deja vu and how things change because now it's pictures of the waterbed and there's a note saying, like, I don't know what the note said. It's like extra metal or something dumb.
Metal.
Also, we find out at this point, around this point, if her phone dies, she's not going to be able to go back to the future.
Gotta be hip and trendy with the kids. Hey, my iPhone's got the time machine power.
Also, what kind of like she could probably fit a cord in her pocket, right? Like
a what?
Like a phone charger. Do you like okay, if you're walking somewhere, do you bring
Dude, why doesn't she have the brick phone charger?
I know, like she should have
everyone should have one of those.
Anchor brick charger. The best charger to use. This video was sponsored by that. Anchor's a brand. Anchor is a brand of like good.
Too bad you can't say their name properly.
Imagine me doing an ad read. Today's video is sponsored by
Today we're sponsored by McDonald's.
Today we're sponsored by McDonald's. That's right, guys. My last name is McDonald's. Please use code McConnor at checkout to save 5% on everything you order. And then yeah, how was that? There is no stuttering there.
There was actually, but sure. Go on. There absolutely was. Go on with the movie.
But yeah, so there's the whole thing. It's like if she doesn't get her phone charged, she's stuck in the past.
Wow.
Oh, and I mean, like, there's no real risk if they do bring up Back to the Future a lot. There's a risk with Marty being in the past. If he doesn't get Back to the Future, he's going to die. Like his family's fading away. He needs to get his parents together because if his parents are together, he's not born. And if I ever get in a situation where I'm back in time, I'm staying away from my parents.
I'm just gonna kill myself. That's why I never. Okay, Back to the Future is a great like series. Don't even get me wrong. I'm ignorant, but like I didn't like it as a kid because it was so confusing to me. Like how it worked and like where he was going and why. I got lost so easily as a child.
I mean, it was kind of confusing, but I'm a big brain, so I understood it.
Oh, okay. I see how it is.
I mean, like, it's also weird. I don't know. Most people don't marry in high school. Like, they don't. I guess they might see each other in high school, or they might go to the same school in high school. But like, most people don't marry in high school. They should make a movie where a kid goes back in time to college, and then something happens with his parents. Like that makes more sense, I think.
Probably been done.
But you know, basically they go to a cabin in the woods. Cabin in the woods. Oh my gosh, I do suck.
Oh, another movie.
I think yeah. She goes to a cabin in the woods, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, we're gonna drink so much alcohol." And they're funny. Another chuckle I got. They're like talking about the killers there and everything, and she's gonna kill someone. And something happens. She's running away, and then another friend's about to get killed. But before she gets killed, you see her making drinks and stuff, and she's making like mixed drinks, and she's like making what's a drink with orange juice in it? I forget.
Screwdriver.
Yeah, she's making a screwdriver, and she puts a little bit of orange juice and like a dash. That got me a chuckle. But yeah, they get they get high too off brownies and stuff, and they're like, "Oh my goodness, weed in the future is like not a I don't know more."
Okay, that reminds me of another thing I have to bring up about this movie.
Yes, go.
At the start, where the main character is like acting super edgy teenager, and she's like, "Oh, mom, I don't care," and just overacting. Goes to her friend's house, and she's like, "Hey, you got those edibles?" Yeah, like they're trying so hard to be relatable to people these days. It's actually terrible.
But weed's evil. No one should do weed.
Weeds are bad. Join us, our
Guys,
followers.
if you agree, weed is bad. Ugh,
It's true.
thank you. Weed is awful. Don't do it. But yeah, second person gets killed, and then basically we're almost done at this point. Like
Good. It was
there's
too
talking
long.
about how like someone dies. Her name, what they called her, Fat Twit. Can you say the name? Can you just say it? Like I'm gonna have a fucking
Oh, what was
stroke.
her name again? Let me check.
Fat Trish. There we go.
Fat.
Wow.
That was easy. Come on.
Fat Trish. And then basically like, yeah, she was driving home drunk and died. This movie, okay, good thing about this movie, it's very anti-drunk driving, so that's good.
But that felt so that no. I want to point it out. You know how I said that this movie was like trying to influence the teens?
Yeah,
I feel like an organization that works for like, anti like drunk driving, they
Matt
definitely had
Mom,
their foot in the movie and got
like,
them to say that.
are you talking about Mad?
Yeah, something like that. Like it feels overbearing how like I don't know.
For for anyone who's like international, Mad is Matt Mums Against Drunk Driving.
Mums.
Mum, or if you're in the UK, Mums Against Drunk
Mums.
Driving.
Like
Okay,
it is a good message. Like don't get me wrong, but like it feels
they,
like
it was noticeable, like they mentioned it quite often. I was like,
oh my god, you made her go drunk driving? Don't you know what man said about drunk? Like,
hey,
he
you're
didn't
gonna make your
actually say
mom
that,
mad, but
but
like,
it's a little too close.
yeah. But yeah, basically, we find out that Fat Trish died, and the boy, like the principal in the future's like they were dating, and because of that, she wants to kill everyone. But then we find out that Jamie's mom was not involved. She wasn't talking to anyone or anything. And then Jamie's like, "What's going on? You got a note in here." And then you find out there's another killer.
Oh my god, another plot twist they stole from Scream.
Woo!
Ooh.
Um, they're basically just like trying to get this guy out of here and everything, fighting him and stuff. And
Mhm.
then there's a whole thing beforehand. It's like, what do they call it? The drop zone or something? Like the spinning, like the frying
Oh
saucer machine.
no,
The
that
frying saucer
part.
machine. And it's like, we've been on here, but they go in there to like basically the mom in the past, I don't know what her name was, she's got the machine ready to go, and she's like, you got to keep your phone charged or you're not going to be able to leave. She makes another device being like, you can go back now and stuff. Anyways, they go into the machine, and then killer follows them, and they're like, the scene, like, I'm sitting there. You've been in one of these, right? The big spinny thingies.
Yeah, they're kind of cool in real life.
They're cool, but then you see the guy stand up, and I'm like, oh, he must be like really strong because I remember being on that, not being able to move my little arms,
But
my
wait, it was
little.
spinning and he was walking?
Yeah, it was spinning around fast, and he was walking on it.
That's like basically impossible.
I know, and then like,
Especially for
it would be
him.
one
He's a
thing
bit
if
of a
like,
clumsy dummy, honestly.
yeah, but then you find out it's a podcast guy, and you're like, how is he able to stand up do this?
This
Because like
old fucking
Jamie's
iron deficient man is like super strong.
Jamie's mom's like trying to move, she can't. Uh, and then basically Jamie Jamie's mom's able to get out of there and stuff, and then she finds out you killed my mom, and he's like, yeah, because I want the podcast to keep going. Sorry, that was like a
Dude, we gotta
little.
try that one of these days.
I'll do it, bro. We can like I've seen people like able to like I can't move. Like I've been on it recently. I went on it like not that long ago. I'm like I am stuck. I am glued to that wall. But yeah, basically then she's like, you killed my mom. That's how she says it too. You killed my mom.
Like
And
really bad acting again.
if you're from anywhere else, so like UK or Australia, she says it like this. You killed my mum.
Mum.
Mum. But yeah, basically, and he's like, yeah, I did it because blah 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 blah. And he also killed his own dad because he's like, I'm mad because my dad didn't pay attention to me. Okay, who gives a fuck? Like, womp womp. Who cares? Sometimes you shouldn't do like, womp womp. Your dad's see. I'm trying to be relatable. That's what the kids say. Womp womp.
We need to
Look
make
at me
sure
go.
on the YouTube version to make sure that the kids are watching. We need like a small TikTok window at the bottom with like GTA 5 gameplay.
I'll have like Subway Surfers on one side,
Yep,
GTA
Subway
underneath.
Surfers. What else
It'll
do
be
these kids? Some
everywhere.
Fortnite wins. Top left.
I'll
Fortnite
I'll get
wins.
like a video of slime, so I'm just like breaking it up. I'm like,
Oh, that's
oh
good. That's good. Maybe some cans being crushed in this giant machine.
yeah, yeah, and then yeah, and
Okay. Also, in that scene, the
yeah,
green screen was really, really bad.
yeah, yeah,
Really, really cheap. That's what I noticed at the end. Like, I noticed a lot of movies, they looked good at the start, but at the end their quality starts to like show. Good movies don't really do that, but these cheap ones they do. And the quality gets really, really cheap at the bottom. At the
yeah.
end, it's bad.
Oh, and then like, okay, he's like after he gives his little speech and they fight each other, and he's like, I have both knives. He has a knife in his arm. He takes it out. For my kids listening, and I know you are, don't do that.
Don't do that.
If you get stabbed, leave that knife in because you're just gonna bleed
I mean,
and
to be
probably pass out.
fair, I think in that situation it was fair because like he was kind of at the mercy of this kid. He
This
might
isn't,
bleed out,
yeah,
but he has a better chance at winning if he pulls it out and tries to kill her. I guess.
yeah. If you get stabbed in the leg, don't take that knife out. Leave it in.
If you
Just
get stabbed by anything, don't
leave
pull
the
it
knife.
out.
Yeah, leave the knife
Unless
in.
you're a serial killer or a criminal trying to get away with the crime, then maybe, but I'm not saying anything.
Guys, it's not lit to take out a knife or anything that's in your body. Leave it in. Go to
Never
the
do that.
hospital.
Yes.
Yes. Anyways, she's like, "You fucked with my family." That's literally what she says, and he
Cringe. Another
falls.
cringe line. Ugh.
Also, this movie was rated R, and it wasn't like the kills are awful. Like the last kill we see, he falls and he just CGI blood. Like it's not good. It's just like.
And then she's like, pink mist. like,
And anyway, she goes to the future, and then she's like, her friend in the future, like her friend's mom in the future, is like, "Oh my goodness, you're alive!" And she has a gun. She's like, "I don't know who's gonna win," and she finds out that she has a brother who's 36 or something. Apparently, her mom and dad just had a kid right away.
why is this important?
I'm just
Who
saying because
knows?
her
I know,
actual.
but like to the plot, like why did they do that?
I don't know. I really don't know why they did
They
that.
literally didn't have to do that. No one cares about your fucking story. Just end it, and they're just like, oh.
You have a kid. There's talk about other things, and luckily there's no like extra like end credit scene or anything, so we're good. Like this is the end of the movie. But anyways, kids, I hope you enjoyed it. Were we lit enough for you? Were we lit? Did you hit that subscribe button? Did you like the video? Did you did you
Wait, we
like
have
the
to give the
TikTok clips we've
rating.
been
We have to
making?
give that
Oh,
rating, dude.
I'm ready. You go first this
So
time. I don't know who went first time.
honestly, like I hated this movie. Obviously, I have a great passion for disliking it, but I'll give it a two.
Mhm.
Two. What things are we using?
Oh, I don't
Two.
know. Two Canadas.
Two good.
Two Canadas.
Two edgy teenagers out of 10.
Mm.
Two
Okay, my
edgy
letterbox
teenagers.
out of okay, guys, get ready. Here's my letterbox review. So this movie, I thought it would be interesting. I thought it would be fun. The kills were very lame. Story was semi-interesting. I like how they did time from this movie. That's it, guys. I would recommend watching this with friends if you want to just have something on in the background. It's not that
On that note, you
interesting,
will have to be like high or drunk to enjoy this fucking movie. I'm sorry.
but weed's bad. Weed's bad, and if you're
Weed's
not
bad.
legal, don't do it. Don't do it
If
if
you
you're
do
not
it, we'll
legal.
find you.
If you drink
We'll get
underage, I'm gonna be like, that's not whip and nay nay, and then I'll be like, you're not lit anymore. But if
mm-hmm.
you if you
Preach,
do
preach,
if you
preach.
have done that and you're watching this podcast, please subscribe.
Yeah, we'll forgive
Okay,
you.
everyone. This was my movie choice. I made a dumb decision. But anyways, sometimes dumb decisions happen. Look at me. No, that's a joke.
I was waiting for this coming. Wow.
Thank
Laugh
you.
track,
Thank
laugh
you.
track.
Anyways, thank you. Matthew, you have an idea what you're gonna watch next? It's completely up to you.
um, I'll have to think about it. Put some
Okay.
good thought into it. Make sure it doesn't have to be like one of the best horror movies ever. I want like a mediocre, but maybe with some good like hints of something special.
Mm. Also, guys,
So I'll have to put in some thought.
we're also gonna try and do a podcast every weekend in October because we love horror films.
Then why did you choose a comedy?
It's a horror dramedy. It's a horror comedy, okay? It's different, okay? I got
I would
really
use the
scared
word
of
comedy
Coraline.
and horror lightly.
Guys, I also have a spreadsheet that I shared with you. I will send it to you again. But anyways, that's it, guys. If
Thanks
you
for
want,
stopping by.
thank you. If you're here from TikTok, thank you. If you're here from anywhere else, thank you. You're lit. That's it. Bye.